If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you probably know that I am a fan of small but powerful amplifiers. Many months ago, I reviewed the Joyo Vivo Bant amp. This is a 20-watt little amplifier that has some really cool features like an effects loop and also Bluetooth capability. And it was great. I liked it a lot. I mean, that amp was sort of based off of a 5150 type sound, so it had a very, not harsh, but a very cutting kind of upper mid-range to it. But as cool as that amplifier was, the tones that I like tend to be a little bit darker sounding. I like stuff that's a little darker, a little warmer, a little sort of a thicker, low, mid-range kind of sound. Fortunately for me, Joyo has, pretty much delivered on that tone. And this is a newer model of the Bant amp. This is called the Firebrand. This one is actually based off of an Engel tone, or an Engel amplifier tone. That's, of course, a great German amplifier brand that a lot of metal bands use. Now, this has similar specs in that it's 20 watts. It has a similar control layout as the other Joyo Bant amps have. And, it's got the Bluetooth capability and the effects loop back here, which is really, really cool. Also has a headphone out jack, which is always awesome. But this has a very, very different tone, and it has that really thick, dark tone that I love so much. So I want to go ahead and plug this in and check it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Wolf, the 2019 edition, the Wolf WLP, and I'm going to down tune it just a little bit. I'm going to do some D standard or maybe drop D tuning. And I'm going to see if I can crank out some German metal style riffs using the Joyo Firebrand here and see what we can do with this tone. Now, real quick, guys, as you probably know, I'm really trying to grow the channel right now. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. All right, guys, so let's plug this thing in. Let's see what sort of raw, dark metal tones we can get out of this. And I'll see if I can throw in a few clean tones as well. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so that is the Joyo Band Amp Firebrand model. Like I said, based off of an Engel style amplifier. This is really, really cool. I checked out, like I said, the Vivo model of the Bantam amp, quite a while ago. I think it was like 6 months ago or something. And that was really cool, but I really prefer the tone of this one. This has that very mid-rangey, low mid-rangey, really kind of pushed kind of sound to it. And this combined with the WLP, I really was pretty thrilled with the those metal tones I was getting out of that setup. Now, one thing that I have noticed about these amplifiers is that when you crank the gain and the volume all the way up, they can get a little bit noisy. But that's really, just in keeping with the amplifier that it's based off of. Now, again, that only happens when you have all the knobs dimed on this thing. But if the noise becomes a problem for you, what's really great is, again, these amps have a what's this called? Effects loop. So you can easily run a noise gate through the effects loop and completely eliminate any noise. Now guys, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have reviewed a lot of small amplifiers, either, mini heads or even pedal amps in some cases. And I like the portability, the convenience of those little amplifiers. But, one problem is sometimes they just fall short on the features and sometimes even the tone. But honestly, the Joyo Bantams and the Firebrand model in particular, I love the tone. Plus, it's got the Bluetooth capability. It's a 2-channel amplifier, so you can easily set it up for a couple different tones. And having the effects loop in there really pushes it over the top. And I know these amplifiers are only 20 watts, but I've used 20-watt amps in real life situations many times, and they're always plenty loud. Whether it's a rehearsal, usually rehearsals are the loudest situation you're going to be in. They work fine in rehearsals, or even when you're playing a live gig, they're even better. But as usual, guys, I would love to hear what you guys think about this stuff. What do you think of a little, like they call them lunchbox style amplifier sometimes? Would you guys rather have something like that, or would you rather go with a traditional, full-size 100-watt head, something like that? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright guys, that is it for today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.